Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to Willow Springs, where there's not a drop of water in sight, but somehow they called it Willow Springs. We got the American Muscle Series out here in the desert, and we're sliding it around. Track temps aren't that high yet, but they seem to be slowly increasing, so we could be in the triple digits come race time here. Qualified second place currently, Fabian Zweier looking really quick tonight. He's qualified in third, and Neil Kemp sticking it out there on pole, just a couple of tenths quicker than me. You know what we're going to do? Grid them up and see how it goes. Lights are up. It's time to go racing here at Willow Springs for the American Muscle Series.
Green, green, green.
Jay Bast. Nice start out of
Sorry,
him.
Scott, you blinked out in front of me.
Save the tires. Be gentle. Happy to ride back here, save a little bit of fuel, save a little bit of tires, and still just go as fast as they are. Screw that up a little bit, but should be all right in the draft here. Looks like there's some race incidents popping up here. Hopefully not too much bad blood back there. These boys are going quick. Still a 95-degree track temp. Got to watch out for that tire wear. Oof. That got a little risky.
You've got the fastest lap.
Come on, Fabian. Don't let Neil get away, buddy. Neil a little wide there. Oops. I'm a little wide there. All making a few little mistakes up here, but we're doing okay.
Sorry, Scott. Hey, Matt, you just disappeared hardcore. That was not my intention. You're back steady now, but yeah, you were gone for like 5 seconds. Sorry about that, David. No worries.
Oh, give Fabian a love tap. You know Fabian Ducky. Him and I have had many a good race here in the American Muscle Series over the years. Always keeps it very clean with me. Not a good place to miss a shift. Jay Bass hanging in there strong this week. Looking like he could be a contender. Oh, we're close on fuel. To only take 2 gallons.
The leader just did up 26.934.
That bunched it up a little bit. Fabian trying that little move on Neil. Pretty content to live right here.
Going up now should get us to the end.
So much for a 0x race. We do get 17 incident points for free, but you also get clean driver points for keeping low incidents, so it's worth it. Stay clean. Neil's going to be burning a lot of fuel out front there. J Bass Blast hanging in there tough. Holding down that fourth. We're way out front of the rest of the pack.
180 pitting out, 180 pitting out.
Off we go again. Fuel's looking good. Just about saved enough. I don't know if Fabian's putting enough pressure on Neil though to make him burn enough fuel out front. Worked the tires a little harder than I wanted to through there that time.
Did a 27.053.
Oof. I feel like Fabian could have made a move right there. He's going to be compromised here.
The next car's the leader. The leader's pitting now. The car behind is pitting. Car right, you're back in second. Still there.
I'm pitting in, pitting in.
Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Okay. Lead taken. No big deal.
Sorry, Bench, I had a really bad run through there. Good.
Man, my front tires feel like they're cooked.
I'm just having a terrible race.
Clear on the right.
Yeah, I just can't stay consistent.
Charlie, I'm kidding. Thank you.
Car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Keep to the left. Stay on the left. Keep to the left. Keep to the left.
Fabian, you've done me so wrong right there, bud.
Clear on the right.
No, it was a good move. It was a good move.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Let Jay go up and lead it for a little while, Fabian. Keep swapping positions here. This will be fun. So hard to see that apex when you're following two cars like this.
Go ahead, guys. I'm tighten up on the steer right now.
I almost followed you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Andy.
No problem.
The next car's the leader. The leader's pitting now. The car behind you is pitting. You're back in second. The leader is sitter 27.447. The next car's the leader.
He sure is, Jim.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Car right. Stay on the left. Clear.
Okay, back in the lead. I feel like Fabian and Neil have made a mistake by pitting early and carrying longer amounts of heavier fuel in the car.
Steady in.
Okay. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Looks like somebody went for a ride through that section. Looks like he's still on that ride right now.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Oh, shoot. That's going to be close.
The leader's pitting now. The car behind you is pitting. We have a new leader. Podium is looking good.
Yeah, as long as we don't run out of fuel right here. This is going to be close.
You should fit to refuel.
Okay, we're gonna go 3.1, but then we're gonna
Box in 10,
Then we're going to turn it off
5, 3,
at about 2.5.
1. Right here. We're done. Get going.
Okay, now we got the lead. Can we hold on to it? I know Neil's got some wicked pace, so going to be about being strategic where I don't give him an opening. So far, so good. Tires should be in pretty good shape. We should have enough fuel. Yeah, that's just what we need, is the two of them to battle behind. This is looking real nice. Yeah, go side by side through this whole corner. Nice. Just about broke at the draft. Yep, broke the draft.
5 laps of fuel.
Fuel's looking really good. Tires feel like they got plenty of life. Three and a half minutes left. Oh, it looks like Neil fell way off. Might not have fueled enough. That's good though that Neil fell off, because now Fabian has nobody to work with. 2 minutes to go. Might even get white flag this time. Nope, no white flag. Dry out here in the desert. Thirsty.
To fuel. White flag, nice and smooth.
White flag lap, 2-second lead.
Right side. Clear.
Tom could have made that a lot less interesting for my liking. All right, one last corner to negotiate, really.
Now that one lap of fuel left.
Perfect. One lap of fuel left. That's how we want to do it. Got to save fuel for that victory lap. Woo! Another win in the books.
Fun race there at Willow Springs. How was it from your side behind the wheel?
Well, I'll tell you what. It was a pretty fun race. We had a good time. Overall, we definitely had. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep, we got you 5 by
Okay.
5.
All right. Just checking.
That was good.
Yeah. You know, we were duking it out there at the front. I was pretty happy to just take a little bit of a relaxed start there and sit in third place, following Fabian and Neil, letting them burn up the tires and the fuel up front. Was really taking it easy on the tires and was able to save enough fuel to take a little bit shorter pit stop. And yeah, ended up getting me the race win. So
Yeah, works out super duper well for you. And it's funny that I said the whole 5 by 5 comment because that's your 5th race win here this season. Must be
wow.
feeling good as we head off into the second to last round of the season at Silverstone next time out.
Wow, that's 5. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, it feels like this season has just flown by. It's been a ton of fun battling with everybody. It seems like every week there's like a new person that's kind of like super quick at that track up at the front. So it's fun to mix it up with these guys week after week. I hope they keep coming, keep showing up, and you know, long live American Muscle Series, man. This league is just awesome. I love racing here every Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's also our treat here on these broadcasts to cover the action because you drivers gave us a fantastic treat to sink our teeth into here tonight. But Taylor, before we let you go and celebrate, we'll let you give any thank yous or shout outs.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to shout out Fabian whenever he shows up in a race. I don't know exactly what time it is for him, but I know it's sometime early in the morning, I believe, for him to come do these races. So I appreciate the fact that he's willing to stay up that late or get up that early or whatever he does to come race with us. Every time I've raced with that guy, he's been a super class act and just really fun to race against him. Another example tonight. And then just shout out to my mom as well. I know she loves watching these broadcasts, watching the races on my live stream, and shout out to all my followers on my stream as well. Thanks, guys.
Well, there you go. Taylor, thank you for joining us here in the booth, and we will catch you next time out at Silverstone.
Thanks. See you guys.
Yep. Oh, was that?
All right, right off the start here, I was a little bit cautious off the start in this one, and we definitely gave up a position, but as I said in the interview, was pretty happy to sit in third place. Pretty much followed along behind Fabian and Neil, tried to save that fuel as much as possible, get it down under that like 2-gallon mark, but when I did go lead that one lap that I did for a second, man, I saw the fuel consumption went up big time, and it was like, okay. So we got to either save a whole bunch or we're going to take a little bit extra. We ended up taking a little bit extra. Ended up taking about 2.5 gallons, 2.4 gallons, something like that. And accomplished that by unchecking the box real quick with it set at 3.1. You can only adjust the fuel in this car by pretty much a full gallon. So you have to be real cheeky to get it on a small increment like that. And that brought me out of the lead after the pit stop. And that was pretty much what did it. Let's take a look at how close that pit stop was after we look at a couple of the other moves that happened here, because there was a couple of moves. There was a couple of times that Fabian looked like he was real close to making a move here on Neil Kemp for the lead. I believe this is one of them right here. So let's take a look at this move. This ends up slowing them up a little bit. I really feel like Fabian didn't even want to make that move, and it ended up not slowing up as much as I thought it was going to. So good, because ultimately Jay Bast, heck of a race to him tonight, man, too. He does end up bringing it home in third place, bottom step of the podium there. Neil Kemp fell back there at the end. I don't know if he was short fueled or what. Hopefully we'll get that story, but we did just continue to ride behind these guys for another couple laps. There was a couple of times through that midsection. So here I could have made a move on Fabian right there, but once again was super content to just ride this one out through that section. I believe this is the lap where things get, oh no, this isn't the one. So it looks like Neil's at this point been working his tires pretty hard, and he's getting a little more sloppy through that midsection. That's what I'm looking for right now. There was one time where Fabian definitely could have made the move through there. It might be this lap, because I end up getting right up on the back end of him through this section at one point, because Fabian's having to check up a lot basically for Neil Kemp. Now maybe it was just Fabian, maybe I wasn't seeing it right. It looks like Fabian's actually going pretty slow here. He's getting a little loose, a little sloppy. But yeah, these laps really just kind of ticked off with you know, me just minding my best race pace, which was to save fuel and stay behind these guys, which pretty much was my game plan from the beginning. But it depended on how the start went too. If the start had gone different, yeah. So this was the one where we really got checked up through here. Neil goes wide. Fabian really gives him a lot of space, and then we all get kind of boxed up. And I thought Jay Bast was gonna make a cheeky little move there. So then I believe this is the lap that Neil decides. I don't know if he decided his tires were too hot or what, but I believe he dives into the pits right here. Fabian's been pushing him at this point, and I think he's tired of driving with Fabian right there in his mirror. So I believe he ducks to the pit lane. Yep, he does. And that little move right there, we can see Fabian had to touch the brakes right there twice. So I was like, okay, well, let's at least get a lap let in here just in case things don't go proper later on. Go for the move into turn one. Nice clean pass here on Fabian as far as I recall. Looked like he came down on me a little bit. I mean, I drifted up a little bit, but feel like that was just a typical racing moment here in Mustangs. I don't think either one of us did anything too egregious. Yeah, my car did come up a little bit from the look of it. Hey, Big Daddy Nasty, thanks for the follow. Good to have you. He just short-circuited, folks. Welcome to the team. So yeah, got the pass done, but then at the end of this lap or the next lap, which is it? Yeah, it's next lap. So right here, yeah, it's this lap. So Fabian gets a good run on me down the front straight here. And I'm still at this point being out front, I'm noticing how high the fuel consumption is. So I'm kind of backing it off a little bit to see how much I can get away with. And Fabian sticks just a nose in here. So you can see me turn back left a little bit there to make sure he has enough room on the inside. Try to ride it around the outside, but it's real hard to make it stick around the outside. Get real close there. And ultimately, I did not want to fight through this section. I was kind of trying to let Fabian go, which I end up doing. But also, that lets Jay Bast sneak right in the open door there. And so now we're back to sitting in third, same position we were in before. We ride here for a few laps again, catch back up to him, saving fuel. And then I believe this lap here, Fabian decides to pit. So then at that point, I was like, all right, well, I know we should have pace on Jay. I didn't really see where he was in the practice sessions as far as consistent laps. He was having a great race though. So I wasn't 100% confident that I was going to overtake him right away or anything, but it looked like being the lead car here is a little bit of a struggle. This is a pretty high speed track. So without the draft out front, especially if you're not used to riding out front now, you've been following cars for the whole race, hard to spot your braking points, hard to make sure you're driving and not over driving, but driving cleanly, saving the tires, saving enough fuel, all the things, all the factors. So ultimately I'm able to get the move done here, I believe, on Jay, even before he goes into the pit lane. Yeah, we get it down here into turn 1 again. He pretty much backs off and lets me have this one from the look of it. And we're back in the lead. Shortly after that, Jay ducks off into the pits, I believe, right on that lap, actually. So, where do you go? Yeah, does he go into the pits right here? He must. Yep, he goes in the pit lane. Now, it was a little bit alarming at this point in the race. Really, just as I was right about here, my crew chief tells me, you got about 1 lap of fuel left. As you can see, if I run out of fuel right here, I am not going to make it to my pit box, because my pit box is way up there. You can just barely see it on the left-hand side of the screen right now. And so I end up doing quite a bit of fuel saving on this lap. I'm actually really curious. What was the lap time on this lap? So this is lap 21. Lap 21, we did a 142.52. Now that includes the pit entry, obviously, but I don't think we were super cooking fast even up to that point. So I'm pretty sure we were pretty slow on that lap. But we saved enough fuel, got into the pits. So now if we jump back to Neil Kemp, oh, he's getting held up a little bit here by Jeff Schnackle. Schnackle having a rough race. It looked like he had an incident early on or something. Something was not right with his car. Neil gets offline here going around him and gets a little slowed up right there. But even without that, I think we would have been fairly close coming out of the pits, but I still think I would have been in the lead. So you can see my car just up there in the distance, getting moving, coming out of the pit lane. Here comes Neil down the straight. Fabian right behind him. And Neil's got some speed here, but luckily thankfully I'm able to pull out of here in 3rd gear, get a little bit better run. And from there, we were pretty much off to the races. But Fabian wasn't going to let Neil sit there in 2nd place either. Neil closes up a little bit as I'm getting reacquainted with the track and being out front, making sure I have enough fuel, double checking everything. Doing a little bit to dodge the draft as well, to make sure he doesn't have a ton of draft. And within a couple of laps here, though, I start pulling small gaps, and it's pretty obvious now at this point that Neil is slowing down Fabian. And I believe the next lap right after this, yeah, it looks like Neil's tires are shot at this point. He's sliding all over the track. He must have had to work them pretty hard early on to maintain that lead out front. So sure enough, Fabian goes for the move into turn 1. I'm looking in my mirror, loving this, just thinking like, okay guys, great, go ahead and battle back there. They end up going side by side all the way through this corner. That is going to slow both of them down tremendously, because you can see it's like one then the other gets a little bit of a run through this corner. Nicely negotiated by both of them, honestly. And then especially when I saw him starting to go side by side into this, I was like, oh, that's fantastic. But that was pretty much the story of the race. Let's get to the results. All right, here's our results from this hosted event for the American Muscle Series. Taking home the gold trophy tonight with the fastest lap. Did get 4 incident points, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that means I still get at least 1 clean driver point. Hey, thanks, X-Wolf. Enjoy your dinner, my friend. And we're not going to get the extra point for qualifying on pole. That one's going to go to Neil Kemp, who ran a heck of a race, but fell off there in the second half. Fabian's Wire definitely putting it to us once again. Great contender every time he shows up. And Jay Bast, man, probably one of his best races of the season. He was really quick out there tonight, hanging with us up there at the front pack. And let's see. It looks like Matt Thompson is going to be your winner in the Challenger, I believe. Or is it Levi Powell? Can't remember if Levi's is still in the Challenger or not. But then we have... we got to go down to Andy Bell. Finishing 14th overall is your amateur winner as well. Good race tonight. Let's go take a look at the points overall. All right, here's our overall points. We are firmly in the lead now by 23 points overall, 9 points in the Clean Driver Championship. We got some work to do there if we want to be a contender at all. But points for this race. Let's get down there. We got 2 rounds left. Silverstone and Nürburgring combined. Willow Springs here tonight. We bring home 52 points with a lap led and the fastest lap. Neil Kemp brings home 45, finishing 4th, but he had the pole and the laps led. So definitely a fun race. Schnackle had a not so great race. This is definitely one of his not so great races. So it's all still up to play for here because it's double points in the final race of the season, 60-minute race at Nürburgring combined. Make sure you stay tuned for that. It's going to be a barn burner. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.